Welcome back, man. Episode 83 of BrickShots with Billy Antonio. Lovely to be back. Antonio, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm good. I'm blessed. Here another week to be doing the show with my boys. Christian, what's going on? Michigan is 5-0. Ain't played nobody, but you're 5-0.
Hey, I'm good. Michigan's good. Lions good. We sitting at 3-1 Detroit. Michigan 5-0. A win is a win. I'll take them anywhere I can.
Isaiah Stewart, the second best player on the Pistons. Y'all are not going anywhere.
Hey, season ain't started yet.
Where's Matt? How you doing, man?
No. I'm taking big issue with this. No.
Fuck all that. We got the video. We got the video. I should have recapped it because I remember now.
So y'all keep receipts.
Yeah, we keep receipts. I remember him saying we're not gonna do anything. I remember it when we was talking baseball. Hey, Chris, I remember it. I'm with you when you're right, but I do remember it. But we ain't gonna get into
the shit out the Rays back-to-back games though.
Nah.
We on the Baltimore.
Hey, Chris, I know you better than that. You better than that.
I have been advocating for my Rangers the whole season. Chris was like, "You're stupid. Ain't no way we're gonna even get to the playoffs." And then now that we won, now Chris is back on our bandwagon, away from his Philly bandwagon to come back. That's okay. I'll welcome you with open arms. You got to be a Cowboys fan, so that's hard enough.
What's up? My dog, Billy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to shout out my nephew for being a homecoming king. So that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. You say you got him some shoes, too, to go with his suit?
Yes, sir.
You got him the chloroforms already? Oh, shit.
No. See, it's a surprise. Surprise. Don't nobody even know, but it's a big, but nobody know but the dog, the gang. But I can show the viewers. Real quick. Y'all talk amongst yourself.
So I will say I'm doing pretty great. Doing some T-ball coaching. That's getting kind of fun. There was a big part of this offseason where I was dead wrong about a particular team that I haven't ever been wrong about before, but I was wrong. Antonio did. We'll let him have his ego boost for that. Antonio told them the University of Texas. They look pretty good. And I said that they are going to be trash and we are going to respect them. And now I'll throw a little respect their way because they've been doing pretty great. They got a big matchup this weekend. Oh, look at those. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to have them clean out of here. Little full shout out to his Uncle Butler for helping me put these together for him. It's going to be, we'll post some suit pics next week.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to come together. And it is homecoming for his dad in school. So every year my class, we break out Coffeeville's old colors. So dad had to go get him a little, flavor. Okay. So yeah, we just doing something different this year.
Okay.
So are you on the Commanders now?
No, sir. No, sir. Repping them Coffeeville Pirates, if you will. Repping them Pirates, if you will, man. But
some old school Buccaneers colors.
Yeah, man. We just trying to do something a little light, but the star of the show is gonna be Dion, so I can't wait to show y'all. But Billy, let's get into it, man. I heard you talking about Antonio's toe. I don't know if you want to jump right into it or you want to jump into something else.
Oh no, I've already jumped in. I wanted to give you your ego boost without you here, but you already took that and ran away with it. So I've given my respect to Texas. They have won every game by 10 or more points. There's even been close games in the half. Texas ends up making their adjustments, and then just blowing the doors off in the second half. They did that against Kansas last week. They did against Wyoming in the fourth quarter. Wyoming had them down to the wire in the third, and then the fourth quarter they were just like, all right, let's just take this game over. That's what we expect the good teams to do. So I just wanted to let the fans know I know when I'm wrong, other than the pickems because I'm just dead last. But I was wrong about Texas too.
Hey, I just want Antonio told him, you know, I said beginning preseason we can go back. We're gonna start clipping these, bringing it in. I said Texas should be in the top 10, and I don't know where they're at right now, but I'm pretty sure in the top 10. I don't know. That's just me though.
3. Ugh.
They're what?
I think they're number 3.
Jesus Christ. I didn't call them that high, but I did call them top 10. But Billy, let's get into these notes, man. Let's get into, you know, right into Antonio told him, because since we here, somebody had the audacity, because my boys got demolished by him, and I didn't care, you know, because I knew what was gonna happen. I knew that my quarterback sucked in the highest league, but somebody got here. Antonio's having a terrible weekend. Boys got demolished, the other boys lost, and didn't finish the game. We tore the whole city of Oxford. The fucking police department was tweeting about beating LSU ass. That really happened. It was like, be safe out here. We outside. Oxford
Beating their ass?
Yeah, hey, it don't matter. A win is a win, and that's an ass whooping, Billy. And somebody got their ass whooped. Did you see Jaden Daniels get hit like that? That's an ass whooping.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, y'all might not like it, but y'all need to talk to Brian Kelly, because he getting every week he letting Jaden Daniels take a different kind of hit. Like, every week he getting his ass. Does he not know how to protect his body, man? Like, this like third week in a row I seen him get his ass smacked, bro. Like,
so
he is right. I think he is like 190.
So let me throw in some caveats to Tonio's little story. LSU got their ass beat. Not really. It was an incredible game. It was a great game. You can't have a great game and someone gets their ass kicked. That's not how. That doesn't.
That's it. I broke it down to Jaden Daniels getting his ass beat off of one lick. That's it.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, so you switched it up. But this awful, horrible coach, Brian Kelly, barely loses to a Lane Kiffin who can't get it done against Alabama. Every year we just are like, Ole Miss is right there. Ole Miss is just the Penn State of the SEC, and they're just kind of good.
Is it accolade though to be the Penn State of the SEC?
Yeah,
is being the Penn State of the Big Ten bad, Christian?
I don't think so. It's just you ain't up there with the big dogs, but you.
That wasn't a dig. That was just every time that we're expecting Penn State to beat Michigan or beat Ohio State, they don't. Just like we expect.
So fuck the reactions, Billy. Let me, because now I want to dig into what you just said. Me and Christian was talking about it earlier. So let's say Brian Kelly pulls off another upset this year on Nick Saban's Alabama. You know what that means, right?
What does that mean?
Who wins the SEC West?
It's Ole Miss.
But this is where it gets tricky at, right? Because who plays somebody from the SEC East in their season this year?
Ole Miss.
Yeah, we play Georgia 2 weeks from now, I think.
Yeah.
So I told Christian, like, it gets interesting because, well, the whole SEC, I like it this year because it's getting interesting, because Georgia, as you seen last week, Butler texted me. I was on my way to some of my Navy people that adopted me in, invited me to a barbecue last weekend. Shout out to my boy Joe and Mont Joseph, Uncle Vito. He texted me. He was like, Georgia in trouble. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, Georgia playing Auburn today, right? And I'm looking like, wait, Georgia really is in trouble. They playing Auburn, bro. Georgia's not the untouchable Georgia that we've been seeing here of late. Now, does that mean that they can't win it again? Of course not. Of course, it doesn't mean that. But does that mean that they can't be beat? And me and Christian, being the college football fans, and along with yourself, I know Chris was like, hey, this is gonna be y'all talking. But if Georgia and Ole Miss gets into a shootout offensively, Georgia ain't keeping up with us in no shootout. I don't think that they can outshoot us at all in a shootout. That's just me though. I ain't saying we got, because our defense, I still don't like the way I don't like the way Lane's directed the defense for the last 4 years. We was in that awful time. shit's still stupid.
I can say, let me just say real quick, the three teams I think you don't want to get in a shootout with: Washington, USC, Ole Miss. Now, I'm not saying they got great defenses, but I think those offenses can score with anybody. And you get in a shootout with them where defenses really don't matter at a certain point, I wouldn't want to see neither three of them.
And so that's good.
I was going to move it on to Chris. So Chris, I know you're not the biggest college football guy, but so the a shootout, I don't know necessarily. So even let's say this Auburn game with Georgia was a shootout, right? But I don't think Georgia necessarily has to have a shootout with anyone. And even if it's an Ole Miss didn't shoot it out with Alabama. Alabama still put their throats on the neck and kept on moving. Yeah. So, Chris, do you think Ole Miss would have a shot against Georgia?
No.
Why not?
I don't give a fuck about what you think, Chris. I really don't. I knew you was gonna say no with the face because you've been a hater your whole for like 2 days now. You've been a hater. I don't know why.
2 days. No, I mean I said it back whenever I first got on here about college football. Like the main reason why I've never been able to get into it is because there's very distinctive tiers, and the gaps between the tiers are generally pretty large. So like your top 3 to 5 teams every year are so much better than 5 through 10.
But that's where it's fun this year. That's not true this year.
See, and that's what I'm saying, Chris. That's why I said like Auburn should have got beat by 30 last week. They didn't.
And that's my whole thing with liking college football so much because you never know what to expect. You know, nobody thought Tulane.
Oh, my bad, Christian.
I was going to say nobody thought Tulane was going to beat USC last year or TCU would have even got to the playoffs. You know, so it's just
didn't Appalachia State beat Michigan like a decade back, something like that?
All right,
that was almost 20 years ago, Chris.
Trying to take shots, but points like that, that's exciting. Like, I hate that shit, but damn, it keeps me interested. Like, damn, I would have never thought that. What else crazy can happen?
Hey, and Christian keep bringing the perfect segues up, so we gonna move right along. He done brought up that USC twice. I know you watched it, Chris, because everybody on Coach Brown, so you know we're gonna take our little 5-6 minutes on that Colorado USC fallout. Billy, it looked like another Oregon. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like another Oregon Colorado game early on. It looked like USC was just gonna come out and dog walk Colorado, but Colorado showed perseverance. What did you see from? Because of course USC got the win, but it wasn't as convincing as it seemed to me watching like the game in its totality. Maybe not even so for the first 21 minutes, it was convincing. After that, it went downhill. What did you see?
You talking to me?
Yes.
So again, like I said, in the Colorado State-Colorado game, it just showed us that Deion, no matter how much you hate him or even love him, it just shows you he's not just saying things. He is a head coach, and he is having his staff make these adjustments that they need to make to at least be in the game. Now, we saw the blowout with Oregon. The talent just obviously was not even close to being there. But even with the USC, who some people are putting them in the – what's up, Tony?
Let me ask you this really quick, and I know it's going to break into another thing, but come back to it for me.
Gotcha.
So with the talent not being there, the talent might be there because this is why. We did see a Cromartie come off the bench. We did see a Omarion Miller come off the bench. Cromartie with the amazing defense on Jerry Rice's son.
Yeah.
Omarion Miller with 196 yards off the bench.
So
now you can go back. You can go back to your point, then we'll come back to it.
No, so I'll tackle the Omari thing right now because in Coach Prime's press conference, he was like, yeah, he didn't have a good week. He has not shown us nothing in practice, which is amazing that a head coach is saying that. And that's going to go back to my original point. But Deion even told us, hey, I didn't expect this from this kid. Instead of doing the old coaches say, oh, we've seen him do this hundreds of times. Blah, blah. No, Prime was like, I don't know where the fuck this came from, but next man up, he had to do something, and that's what he did. And that's again like a great sign or a sign of a good, great coach of, hey, next man up. I don't think you got it, but hey, you did it. I don't know how. I don't have an answer for you, but we did what we needed to do. We didn't let USC just continuously beat us down. They do have a bad defense, but Colorado doesn't have a great defense, and they were stopping a Heisman Trophy winner. So looking at Deion where he's getting this defense up and trying to be like, hey, we can hang with these guys. We can hang with them. Let's just wait. It's our time. It's our time is next. I'm sure we've all had those coaches where it's just like, hey, we got it. We got it. Let's not let this slip away. Like I said, though, the Oregon talent was just a little more than I think the USC talent. Bo Nix has been playing for 10 years. So, yeah, he has a little experience and he's seen a thing or two. We are farmers.
What do you think, Christian? My fault, man.
Oh, no, I was literally just about to transition to Christian anyway. Go ahead.
I was just going to say what I took from the game, like I had called before, I thought it would be a shootout. I didn't think it was turned into a shootout so late in the game, but I did think, because USC doesn't have a great defense, but I think what made it different between USC and Oregon's got a better front seven, offense, defense.
By a lot.
Yeah. Now outside USC, they've got some good cornerbacks. They got a few 5 stars. Same thing offensively. They've got those athletes, but where the big difference is inside, where Colorado can play with athletes. They got them. But now when you got to get in the trenches and run the ball, protect the quarterback, stop the run, they just ain't got the guys for that. And I don't like how people want to say, oh, Deion's not good because they got blown away, or he's good because they beat these teams. Give it some time. He's got to get those bodies in there. He's doing a great job with what he has, which is receivers, corners, quarterback. I can't really say running back or any of the line of scrimmage. Wait till you get those bodies in there, and those guys believe like these guys that are undersized do now, and just not as talented. And then just to take the
My fault. I didn't mean to stop you. I thought you took a pause.
Well, I'm about to wrap it up. I was just gonna say, let's not forget the USC. It's not like they just have a shitload of talent. They were in the Colorado stage a year ago.
Yeah.
Where they trying to transition the whole roster with, which they got the Heisman guy. Colorado's got one too. So give it a few years. USC's going to get those big bodies in there where they just don't have to score 50 every game and give up 40. So I think both of them, offense is impressive, but I take it something positive from both teams. USC did what they need to. Colorado, I didn't expect them to win, but they were able to put up points. That's all we can ask is progress from what they did a year.
Chris, did you catch it or?
No, I didn't get to catch any of the college games this weekend because I was at dealing with my show shit. Just the like the 50,000 feet above view. I think what Coach Prime did against a coach who's considered one of the juggernauts in college football and Lincoln Riley, I think that was pretty impressive. I still think
my fault.
I still think he still missed some players to be able to compete with those top tier teams, but I don't think his coaching at this point, like you can't question what he's doing on the field with the guys he has.
And he got a hell of a staff too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, the staff is not talking about enough.
Doesn't he have the old Vikings head coach running the defense?
I
think it was Charles Kelly from Alabama.
Yeah, that's his defense coordinator.
Yeah.
But then a head coach a year ago left that position to be his offensive coordinator. That's crazy. But
Brent Bartilone. So this is what I take from it. I'm with Christian. Billy hated, but I'm a big lineman guy. Me and Christian play in them trenches. I'm always, because I don't give a fuck what Billy say. If he ain't have them big ass linemen in front of him, he would have been sacked every fucking play. Because he's from Texas. Billy ain't played with no little ass lineman in high school. Probably didn't get fucking touched. They probably was like 6'4" and up.
I think I got hit. I probably got hit my senior year like maybe 3 times.
Yeah. And he played 12 games, maybe 15.
You made them like Vic in the pocket.
Yeah.
Just standing there. I had all day.
So, see, bro. So, I just, I don't know. It's a testament to, like Billy said, I'm going to like Omarion Miller. I seen him make a catch, and Butler re-showed it to me. He made a catch on Trav in practice, like on Travis Hunter in practice, like one-handed, and Travis played amazing defense, and I'm just like, damn, who is that dude? And that was the only play I've ever seen him make. And then he come in and he gets 196 yards against the number 4 team in the country. And I'm just like, and I'm talking about like every pass thrown his way was a fucking catch. Like,
well,
just
my bad to cut you off, Tornado, but Shador playing with receivers, obviously, like he's played with Horn and was it Jimmy Horn Jr. and
Weaver.
Who's the other cat? Who? Weaver, right? Weaver had that big fumble against, I think it was Colorado State.
Yeah.
But the trust Shador had in Miller without playing with him that we've seen, and I've watched every prime game, even the Oregon blowout, I still kept my eyes on it. But the trust Shador had in him, Shador is just showing you, hey, I am a Heisman candidate. I trust this receiver that I haven't played with, but I'm going to put the ball where he's going to make the play.
Well, I'm glad you brought that out because y'all kind of hit all the points. Shador is no longer in the top for the Heisman. And I think that's blasphemous.
Bad game against Oregon. You only had 1 touchdown. It's hard.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, J.J. McCarthy is still in the Heisman game, and he just had 150. 100. I don't care, Christian.
Well, he threw 3 interceptions in 1 game also.
Yeah, he threw 3 picks, Christian. I know y'all winning. I know y'all fight, Christian.
But no, what I was gonna say is, y'all
listen,
know what it's to do with winning and losing.
Yeah, I know. But Christian, let me give you his stats from the weekend because I bet on him, and this is the only way. This is what pissed me off. I only needed him to get like 189 passing yards. He went 13 for 16, 156 yards, Christian. And this is my Heisman. Yeah. 156 yards. That's not a Heisman quarterback. Because Lamar, when he won the Heisman, yeah, he was running that motherfucker, but he still threw for 3,000.
Now look, this is the thing, because I'm watching that Michigan football. That's not what we ask him to do. We don't want him to throw.
I don't care. I don't care what y'all asking him to do, Christian.
It's an award though that's based on performance.
He's in the Heisman race as a quarterback.
But listen, y'all know it's not based off of just points, because if that's the case, who was the quarterback that came from? He had a better passing stats than Joe Burrow. Came out of like Western Kentucky. He wasn't in the Heisman race. Who was it?
Was it Bailey Zappi?
Zappi. He wasn't in the Heisman race, so it's really your brand if you're winning.
It doesn't matter because Case Keenum has the best college stats we've ever seen. The kid from Hawaii years before. Brennan, thank you. Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter.
I don't know college though. Remember that.
If your stats are great, because if your team's winning, I mean, they need your team winning, your team to be relevant. You can have great stats.
Yeah, but Christian, switch out Corum for McCarthy then.
But I wouldn't be
Christian, switch out Corum for McCarthy.
But I mean, what was the question? Like, what am I switching out?
Why? No, switch out because he's not throwing the ball. Y'all need him to hand that motherfucker off, apparently.
Oh, I'm cool with that. If somebody said it should be Corum, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I feel like it's a crime because Shador still.
If you can swap out a quarterback like that, though, he's not a Heisman.
That's what I'm saying.
No. What Tonio is saying is, if you didn't have JJ McCarthy, you still have Corum back there. You don't need a JJ McCarthy. Whereas if you take away JJ, the Wolverines are going to be fine. You take away Shador from the Buffaloes,
they're back to one.
It's more like an MVP type argument.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying because
that's what the Heisman technically is. The fact.
Hey, Christian, if you give Shador your 2 tackles, Colorado's 5-0.
I wouldn't argue with that.
Just your 2 tackles. I don't care about their defense.
Or
they're 5-0.
Shador on Michigan and take off McCarthy. Our passing game may be a little bit better.
Michigan's blowing the doors off everybody. Worse than they are.
Y'all are averaging that shit that Joe Burrow did in fucking LSU that one year. That shit's blown off by at least 4 points.
Well, we don't have the receivers like LSU did. Now that's why I'm like, well, maybe.
But they ain't had the offensive line. He would throw them open.
But that's what we're saying with Shedeur is he's playing with people in Colorado that he's never played with, and he's making them look like superstars. Whereas Michigan, I still couldn't tell you a receiver that's on that team.
Man, that sounds like a great segue.
We got Roman Reigns. No, really, his name's Roman Wilson, but I call him Roman.
It do sound like a good segue. I don't know what to.
Go ahead, Chris. You introduce the segue. Let's go.
Talking about how Shedeur is throwing the guys that he's never thrown to, how he has no tackles. Want to go back to the Colorado USC game partially and discuss Caleb versus Shedeur. Who is going to be the better pro prospect? Who has the better potential for the NFL?
So I'm gonna be honest. One of my homeboys pointed this shit out to me last week, and he was like, "Well, last year he won the Heisman, but he was like, who's Caleb played this year defensively? That's put any pressure on Caleb at all as a defense. The first time he got really, challenged was from a lackluster Colorado defense who was missing their starting safety, missing their best cornerback, missing their starting linebacker. I didn't even know their starting linebacker was out. And he still threw his first interception against them. He probably took his hardest lick of the season from their starting cornerback this week. So he's looked the worst he's looked all year against Colorado.
Let me say this.
I ain't saying he looked bad. Now, don't let me shit on him.
But no, I'm not shitting on him. Point from him because you did say he looked his worst. His stats were 30 for 40, 403 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a pick. I ain't saying you wrong, but if that's his worst performance, damn, what does he look like in his best?
I mean, no interceptions. No interception. That was his first interception, so that's
I'm saying on top of that though, the completion percentage, the yards, the touchdowns.
I'm only going off of that's his first interception of the year, so that's got to be his worst game. He ain't had no turnovers until.
But Tonio's saying he hasn't played a good defense. He's playing a shitty Colorado team a shitty Colorado defense, and he's throwing that pick.
Yeah.
So what's he going to look like against an actual defense?
Let me show love to my man Chris. He did what he's supposed to, didn't he? 400 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yes.
Also, that's what I'm saying. I ain't shitting on him because he had an amazing performance. He ate them alive. I'm just saying,
because he
have we seen it? Well,
look at him last year. Against Oregon State, a real defense didn't do much. Look what he did against Utah. Lost the game because those are real defenses.
So let me ask y'all this: if it were y'all making the choice, which one y'all taking with y'all's first pick as a GM?
So to go back to Chris's question, better pro prospect is Caleb Williams for sure. The comparison to Patrick Mahomes are stupid. They're dumb because Patrick Mahomes' mechanics are nothing like Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has phenomenal mechanics.
Patrick Mahomes still aren't good.
Yeah, exactly. To this day,
even in college, his mechanics weren't great.
They were awful. All the fucking time playing in the Big 12. Those offenses that the Big 12 runs, where it's just we're going to throw the ball 50 times. You are going to throw those picks. And Patrick Mahomes having Andy Reid and Travis Kelce, we've seen him without Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes didn't look very good because his mechanics are not good. Not saying that he's not talented, but his talent overweighs those mechanics.
Yeah.
But Caleb Williams, way better prospect than Shedeur, and I love Shedeur.
Now, real quick, I'm going to go because I did just go on a rant. I would say Caleb Williams, but I'm taking nothing from Shedeur. He's putting up great stats with no time. No defense. So he got to put up 50, 40 points a game. So, and it's his first time working with these guys. So he's going to only grow. He's jumping from a FCS school to a FBS. So it's a lot of changes going on. The talent is just a little bit different. Speed rushers are bigger, faster. So I only see upside from him. I'm impressed from what he's done with what he's got.
The reason I put this topic in the notes, I found it really interesting to like as a talking point because correct me if I'm wrong, but for the most part, there are of course exceptions. But we see quarterbacks come into the league from big schools frequently, and they struggle initially. And I know we've discussed this in some form before.
I didn't get the answer, Chris.
Oh, well, go ahead, Tonio. I can go last. I don't mind.
My fault. I'm going Shador because Shador already got the same offensive line as Daniel Jones, and he's already looking way better than him. And I was going to go off the same point as I'm sure Chris is about to make, so I ain't going to steal it. But I'm going Shador, Chris, and I'm pretty sure we're on the same wave. And I promise you we ain't talk about it, but I'm just nodding my head, but I'm pretty sure me and Chris probably going on the same place. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going Shador.
Yeah, so what I was saying is we see the guys from the big schools come into the league all the time. Look at every single Ohio State quarterback that's ever come into the league until just this past year. They all suck when they get to the league because they have it so goddamn good at Ohio State. They don't face any adversity. They don't face any pressure. They have first-round talent all across the board at every position. Caleb Williams is the same way. He's also got arguably, I don't want to say the best, but he's got one of the top widely considered offensive minds in the sport of college football. Yeah. When he gets to the NFL, he's going to the worst team in the league. He's not going to have the best coaching staff around him. He's not going to have the best offensive line around him. He's not going to have the best receiving talent around him. He's not going to have the best running back around him. And he's not going to have a good enough defense to where he doesn't have to play from behind the entire game, every game, the whole season. Whereas Shador, he's coming in with he doesn't have the O-line. Right now, he doesn't have his top receiver. He's playing with all brand new guys. And sure, he has a great coaching staff around him, but he's able to overcome all these deficiencies that he has around him. And I think when you're transitioning from the college game to the pro game, I think that's a massive step that a lot of these guys aren't able to take initially. I do think Caleb Williams is going to have the better career, but I think the first year or two, I think Shador is going to look better in the pro game because he's already having to overcome all this shit at Colorado.
And not even just Colorado. I feel like he's going to hit the ground running just like Steve McNair did, coming straight out of that. Because everybody going to dismiss the Jackson State shit just like they dismissed Steve McNair's glorious years at fucking Alcorn or Alcorn, depending on what part of Mississippi you're from. Alcorn State. But Steve McNair got into – rest in peace to the guy. Steve McNair had an amazing NFL career. And anybody – he just HBCU quarterback. Doug Williams didn't have a
Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Doug Williams didn't have a terrible career, HBCU quarterback. But now
winner.
Yeah, exactly. Then you transition him to Shador to the FCS. And of course, like y'all said, now next year, I ain't gonna lie, Chris, Shador will be able to get those pro style mechanics down for the next 2 years, because his daddy probably not gonna let him leave next year neither. And them dogs gonna be there, because this Deion's goal for Shador Sanders will win a Heisman before he get out of college, and he'll get close to a national championship. I don't know how, but Deion will make that happen. And I know them dogs coming, and them dogs, like I said, man, you get that boy some time. We done seen what he can do. You give him some time to sit back there, he don't make too many mistakes. Like I said, even with the 2 picks on the season, 2 interceptions on the season, with no time in the pocket, he's still throwing 79% completion rate, still leading the FCS. I think he's still leading in yards, right? Still leading the Pac-12, right?
Yes.
Or is it Bowden? Yeah.
But you got to remember, he's also leading because he's in the game the whole time, whereas Michael Penix and Caleb Williams, they're sitting down. Caleb Williams has only played 1 full game, and that was against Colorado. Michael Penix Jr. has been benched 3 of those games because they were just so blowouts.
They shouldn't be pretty, bro.
I would just say this, and Billy, maybe you can contest to it, but Imagine completing those passes, getting drilled in the mouth every time. Boom, 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 and throwing dimes. That's impressive.
Christian, I can't answer any of that. I wasn't very good with all day to throw, so I couldn't imagine getting hit. And
right. So you know, quarterback, that's got to be pretty damn hard and impressive.
Yeah, no, it is.
One thing I'm worried about is once he gets to the next level, talking about Shedeur, how does he take that coaching? Because he's never been coached beside his dad.
So
yeah, but that's the thing about him that I really ain't worried about. His demeanor is he has a really, really grown ass demeanor. And you know, they talk about that his nickname grown. That's what his dad always saying. He has a really, really in his interviews and all that, he has a really grown ass, old ass dude demeanor already. I don't think he'll be like, hey, fuck you, you ain't my daddy, or no shit like that.
Well, no, or he might be not accepting to coaching outside.
No. So I'll stop you right there. You got to watch the sideline. If you're watching a Colorado game, watch the sidelines. Watch that offensive coordinator. Dion doesn't even talk really to the offense when they go on the other side. That offensive coordinator is in Shedeur's ass. There was 2 or 3 throws where Shedeur it was kind of iffy, and that offensive coordinator was not letting him just be, oh, your dad is the head coach. No, I can't tell you the name of the offensive coordinator, but Brent Bartolone.
Yeah, my
bad, John. Sorry, but was in Shedeur like, hey, you got to be better.
Not only him, Christian, but the quarterback's coach that's been following him from Jackson State. When Shedeur makes a bad play, it's a black dude, short black dude. He is on Shedeur's ass, but like I'm talking about, cause he cool like on the camera, bro. But if you watch him, like if Shedeur has a bad drive, like after Brett gets off his ass, dude, like, hey, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Prime does not talk to Shedeur unless he throws a touchdown or he scores. Or after they do they little walk to the 40. Prime don't talk to Shedeur.
But no, what I'm saying is mainly like his presence. Like, okay, for example, I'm gonna put it like this. Because when Dion was absent, gone because of his foot, Dion came out and said, my son, he never played a game without me. He texted me and said he needed me. He wasn't playing right. He didn't feel right, which is my point is like, I can feel.
But you heard what he said though. He said he needed me, but then he had 4 of the best games of his career. I mean,
it's also
I can say a lot of shit. I can say I miss Mike Moore right now, but if I make first class now, yeah, I miss my granddad. But do I need him to be?
The way I look at it is like, okay, if you were like, it ain't like he knew his dad would be back eventually.
Yeah, man, but eventually, because you gotta lead a fold, you gotta be a man at some point. And I felt like that shit started happening when them $7 million NIL deals started rocking in and rolling. And shit.
Think about it from this aspect. For like wherever Shedeur goes, right? You don't think the network Dion has in the NFL for that coach to be like, hey man, your son really isn't listening to what I have to say. What did you do to help him listen? You think Dion's just going to take that call and be like, oh, my son doesn't need to listen to you? Or is he going to be like, Shedeur, what the fuck are you doing? This is your coach. Do you need to listen to them? You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna say what the fuck. He's a godly man.
Well, yeah, no, he's a godly man, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay, if that's the case, real quick, and we can go on. If you were in college, everybody went to college here?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. In high school, if your teacher said, hey, I'm going to call your parents, well, why the fuck do I care? They're not here.
My dad's about to beat my fucking ass. Let a teacher call my dad.
Living there. You still living. Somebody
Mike Moore came to the school, whooped me in front of the class, and dared the other kids
in college.
Oh, you talking about? You said high school.
No, well, for Billy, because he said he didn't go.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. By the time Tonio got to fucking college, God forbid somebody called Michael Moore from college. Tonio's out there fucking up at Delta State.
Hey, fuck no. Hey, Chris, I told you, bro, I was grown, and I thought I was going to stop saying yes, sir, and no, sir, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And I went to say yeah to somebody, and my grandma called me, and she said, man, it just ain't, something ain't feel right. rest in peace, Granny. And I was like, hell no, he ain't gonna never catch me slipping out here. Fuck no, I went to do it. I was like, man, I'm grown now. I ain't gotta say yes, man. And
hey, I will speak for Tonio. I will speak for Tonio. Being around some civilians when we go out to eat and stuff, he's almost to a gross point so respectful to these people. It's so fucking wild. Because he'll be like, "No, fuck you, Billy. No, fuck all that." Yes, ma'am. Can I have like? It's like,
hey, I like it because if you rude to them waitresses, they're gonna take that food or get that food and spit.
I'm his best friend. He's being so fucking mean to me, and then here she comes, just this stranger.
Hey, just you ain't playing with his food. You ain't making his food.
Nah, she just you fuck all that, man. I just know somebody know. I just know they connected to a higher power, bro. I know guys be like, hey, he fucking up out there, man. Hey, I was thinking some evil shit at work the other day. Michael Moore, call. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm about to beat this dude ass. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
That ain't no God working.
Hey, you sure? Yes, sir. Hey, but let's move on to Butler team, man. Shout out to Butler. Has Alabama found their mojo? No. Nah, but I don't think so. They still out there just going through the motions, man. It really and we can keep this short and sweet, bro. Nick really gonna have to rein it in for real, for real. Butler showed me a video of that ain't Nick for real.
Pretty happy there to me.
Look at Nick.
And Nick don't look happy. Play that again.
Not angry. That's happy to me.
Man, exactly. If Nick happy, the game is wrong. That's almost like Bill Belichick clapping against Christian. That's what he doing. This right here, Billy.
What the fuck you want me to
Maybe this is his recipe. We got to play great defense, and we just figure this shit out on offense. Milroe, we don't want
to old school Alabama running it.
I mean, they gotta. That's what they gotta do. They gonna have to ground and pound and hit people in the mouth. That's what they was when they
before Lane Kiffin got there.
They ain't got them running backs or that offensive line to do it.
They're gonna have to do it with the Jalen Hurts way. They're gonna have to make the read option their favorite play. And once you stop that, you're gonna have to get in the eye and then make them stop the read option again. Read option, slant, RPO. That's all you gotta do.
Basic on offense, and let's play stout defense.
Yes,
exactly.
So Tonio's original question: does Alabama have their mojo back? I think a lot of us said no. I think just because we say that their mojo's not back, that doesn't mean necessarily, right, that I would bet against Alabama to win.
No, I'm never. I mean, just because they mojo ain't back don't mean they suck. They still Alabama.
Yeah.
Now
they're not the undisputed number one team in the nation anymore, but they're still Alabama.
They still Alabama. They still the second best team in the SEC until they dethroned Georgia. So that's that. Duke versus Notre Dame. How'd y'all feel about that?
I will say College Game Day. I don't know. I'm sure we watch it. Chris probably doesn't because he's fucking a loser. But
he's on stage, bro.
Not at 8 in the morning.
Setting up.
I guess. I don't know. I just play the drums for fun. But no. So College Game Day did a really good job of like talking about how great Duke's program. They did a good history. That campus looks old as fuck. It looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh shit! I didn't. That's fucking crazy. But it just looked old as fuck, right? And I was like very amazed by the campus and the students and all that shit. All these nerds who are going to be everybody's bosses later. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
What was your reaction?
My reaction, nothing. I just assumed the way the game played out was exactly what I assumed. Just Duke does not have the talent to hang with Notre Dame, and Notre Dame showed us that.
I mean, they hung with them. They ain't like Notre Dame beat the fuck out of them.
I thought an ass kicking was an ass kicking with a W. Weren't we just talking about that?
Not when Notre Dame's involved.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
Not when Notre Dame's involved. You can't beat Duke, a basketball school, Notre Dame, you fucking suck. Not if you can't beat
only
a
when Ole
basketball.
Miss or Brian Kelly's involved. That's
Yeah, hell yeah,
that's an ass beating right there. Right at the end of the game, man.
I mean, it was just a sorry display of athleticism from both sides. You got a basketball school playing school that likes to play military installations and shit like that. A flag football school playing a basketball school. That's it. Fuck both of the schools. It was a waste of college game day. Shout out to Mitch, Gurky, and Frank. Hope we don't go there again for the next 2-3 years. Next. My fault, Chris.
I was gonna say the same thing. I didn't take it. Played out like I expected Duke to kind of hang around, but the talent gap just too much for him to win.
Yeah,
I'm just glad Notre Dame could overcome Kentucky. Go back to last week.
I do hope Riley Leonard's okay. I hope
shit.
All right, because
you know what, Chris? You're talking about Kentucky. Tony, are you ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Kentucky is playing Georgia this week. Is anybody taking Kentucky? Is what I want to know. Christian's taking Kentucky? Okay.
Give it to me.
Bro, Billy, so you remember I took Kentucky last year, bro, and I really wanted Kentucky because Kentucky was better last year than they are this year.
No, Kentucky beat Ole Miss the week before they played Georgia. That's where you were like, Kentucky is real good, blah, blah, blah.
I think this is where upset comes. We get them every year, and I think this is going to be one of them.
Man, I'm going Georgia, but I do need Kentucky to kind of soften the blow. So
I think your mind is saying Kentucky. Your heart is saying Georgia. You want to play it safe.
Nah, I need for Georgia to go into this one.
Tony, you said Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need for Georgia to go in this one and win and think they just lax, so they can come in Bryant Denny and get their ass kicked.
I will say before Chris goes, I'm doing the exact opposite of Christian, where I think we're waiting for the upset. I think we're waiting on Georgia to get it together, and I think this is the game where they're like, "Oh yeah, remember the 2 national championships we just won? This is who the fuck we are." I think,
Georgia, or that happens, Christian, and they beat the shit out of Kentucky, and it ain't Ole Miss. Like, hey, like they be like, you know what? This is the game we wake up, and instead of beating Ole Miss by 4 touchdowns, we'll just beat them by like 10 points, and we'll beat the fuck out of Kentucky. Like,
I can see Kentucky. They play that Georgia-style football, run the ball, play good defense, and Georgia might be like, "What the fuck, y'all trying to out Georgia us?" and just go off.
Yeah,
But then I think Kentucky might be the one to snap them.
Chris, you taking Duke or Kentucky?
Oh,
no, I'm taking Georgia.
Billy, who you got? LSU, Mizzou. LSU and Mizzou.
LSU and Mizzou. You asking me who I'm taking?
Yeah.
I'm taking LSU. They've done nothing but let me down in every pick'ems that I've had them. But we'll keep it going. I'll ride this train until Brian Kelly gets fired. You like that, Tonio?
And I hope it's this year. I hope it's this year.
Who you got?
What a hater. LSU, I'm taking.
Who you got, Chris? I know who you got.
LSU.
Chris.
I'm the same with Billy. It's hard for me to see Brian Kelly continue to lose when I think he's a solid coach and he's at a school with solid talent. So I gotta keep riding that till the wheels fall off that motherfucker.
You on that Brian Kelly train?
Until I'm not.
So I believe good is good.
Hey, Chris, don't say that dumbass shit on the show, man.
Tonio, so you're taking Mizzou?
Now I'm gonna take. Man, can I be neutral and just not pick neither? That ain't how this works.
Hold on, hey, whoa, hold on. We can do that, but you're not getting a point either way.
I'm gonna go with Louisiana State.
All right. I will say, speaking of that real quick, y'all, I have gotten some fan feedback they love that we just do wins, and it's not a based off like losses, wins record or whatever. Because most shows do who like how many picks have you lost or whatever. Because I don't even know that. I'm not going back to watch the tape. I'm not looking at the notes.
Hey, whoever told you that, you must be a fucking winner too, because that's what we go off of. We fucking winners around here, all right? So shout out to you, guy. You a fucking winner, whoever you are.
Might be a lady.
Or a lady, man.
It's a dude, but yes. No, way to be gender respectful around here. Tonio, let me go first with you. We gave Alabama a little love today, or a little hate, however you want to look at it. Alabama A&M, is Jimbo going to get it right this year?
Jimbo should have been fucking fired. I've been telling you that before Brian got there. Jimbo was the first coach that I told you didn't belong in the SEC. And you was just like, Jimbo shouldn't be here. He's Jimbo. Yes, Billy. Before the Texas Tech wave, you was on the Texas A&M train, Billy. I got the fucking receipts, Billy. Got the receipts.
No, hold on.
Got
your
the
receipts are,
Billy.
Hold on. I'm not saying your receipts are wrong. I'm saying your receipts are misread. That's all I'm saying.
Kellen Mond. I remember all of it, Billy.
He's not that bad. I've said 100 times. Just because he's not winning national championships doesn't mean he's a bad coach. And I've said that for.
He should have beat Clemson, Billy, the year that they were good.
That pass interference, dude. No, fuck you. The fumble and the pass interference call that year.
Billy,
no.
Chris, let me paint you the picture. Jimbo has Kellen Mond, a 250-pound quarterback with his offensive line averages 330 pounds across, and he runs 3 fucking passing plays on the 2-yard line against Clemson's defensive line, bro. Against fucking Clemson. You don't run the ball one time. You don't quarterback sneak with the biggest motherfucker on the field. The dude is bigger than your center, and you don't just let him lean over the line. Come on, bro. He don't belong there. But I'm taking Alabama. Billy, there's no justification for that.
No, I'm with you, Tonio. But I did want to say that me and Tonio both on him and I's first deployment together in Guam, we both thought Kellen Mond was going to be a really great pick for the Vikings. He's not.
We were both wrong. He's wrong.
I never was a Kellen Mond fan.
That's because you're
good.
Or you're correct.
Good.
I mean, I ain't gonna say he sucked. I just never thought. I don't know. He just wasn't it to me.
Jimbo.
I forgot Christian hates black quarterbacks too.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
I love Michael Vick and his brother.
Marcus was awful.
Virginia Tech.
But he was fresh.
Virginia Tech.
Marcus was his fastest up here running in the streets of Newport.
Police chasing him down and shit. I see that.
Nah, he didn't get chased down. He just
it's a video where he was.
Yeah, I know. I was up here when he did that. He just stopped. He got tired. They didn't chase him down.
You ain't telling me
down for Bama.
Going
with the Alabama Nick Sabans.
Christian, he take it.
Oh man, give me
you. Get the fuck out of here. They starting quarterback out for the year.
Yeah, I know. Give me A&M.
I'm gonna go Bama just to play it safe. I think I'm doing the opposite now. I think I'm finally gonna move my picks over to let's try to just get a couple dubs under my belt.
I see y'all like to play it safe, so I will never invite y'all to the casino, and please don't invite me.
Oh no, invite me to the casino. I'll fucking bet everything.
Oh, okay.
Never been.
I'm a little different than casino.
Don't ever plan on going.
Dude, you gotta go, Chris. It's awesome.
No.
Oh yeah.
Sure don't.
I just ain't fucking around on them poker tables.
Nah, dude, that's where you win the money and then you go to roulette and fucking.
Man, I know, but I don't know enough about that poker, and there's too many tricks and all that shit they give me for all I got.
I'll tell you what, if you ever come to the coast, I got you. We'll show you some stuff where it's not too tricky. It's just easy. Anyway.
Billy, this one for I'm gonna start with Chris since this in y'all hometown, you know. Chris.
Oh,
you don't even gotta ask. I will never pick the Sooners over the Longhorns in this game.
All right.
Longhorns all day.
Billy, you a hater, but who you going with? Since you safe like repair, safe like replace now. Who you going with?
Hey, my windshield is fucked up. It's so funny you said that. But I'm going Oklahoma here. I was also, let me be wrong one more time. I was also wrong on the Oklahoma train because I was like, look what they did last year. It wasn't shit. And Brett Venables has turned that defense around. I don't think Texas is ready for them. Give me Oklahoma.
Christian.
I'm going with my man. I'm going OU as well. I think Texas probably feeling too comfortable going into this game. And Oklahoma pops them. Because they just got embarrassed last year. And I think, it's beating their head. Don't let that shit happen again. Have some dignity, have some pride, and they go out there and win.
I think Texas has been embarrassed for a lot of years. A lot of ass whooping. So I'm going with Texas because they need to get some pride back. Also, Ewers is playing out of his mind as well. That's how you say his last name, Ewers?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind. He's also in the Heisman running, and I can't take nothing from him. Can't take nothing from him, Billy. After the Alabama performance, the way he dropped that motherfucker in the basket, I still remember that throw.
That was a throw. We were on the phone for that throw, too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going there. Kristen, Washington State, UCLA.
Washington State.
Chris, who you got?
UCLA.
Billy, Bruins or
the Cougars is who you were looking for.
No, I knew who it was.
Oh, I want to go the Cougars here, but Chip Kelly just has something going on. Let me pull a Christian real fast. Chris, you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Who's the home team?
Okay.
It's Washington.
Plays a factor.
Do we not have it? I was serious about the question though.
It's Washington State.
Oh, there you go.
At Washington State, give me the Cougars.
Zach Wilson approves of that pick.
I'm going Washington State as well.
Well, Zach Wilson better be worried about that Denver defense.
No, he better be worried about this segment coming up in a little bit.
Let's see. And the most important pick of the week, say the best for last. Kristen, since this is your adopted home state, the Ole Miss Rebels versus Arkansas. Who you got?
Ole Miss. First down, Ole Miss.
Vault Hemingway, baby. I said Brian Denny earlier. I don't know why. That's nice. I forgot. I don't know who fucking stadium that is.
That's Alabama.
That's Alabama.
I was gonna let you ride it. I was like, all right, just let Tony knows he's doing all right. Let me just let him go.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, Ole Miss. It's Vault Hemingway. My fault.
Sound like you want to be in Brian Denny though.
Ooh.
I don't. I seen that snap. I kept seeing that Snapchat trying to send it to fucking Billy from you earlier. It's Vault Hemingway. You see the colors. Who you got? Chris, you better say the right thing. I get rid of you.
Is Darren McFadden and Felix Jones coming back for Arkansas?
Sadly, they're not.
I'm gonna go Ole Miss then.
Damn, that backfield used to be something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Peyton Hill is back there.
I'm taking Ole Miss. I'm gonna ride with my dog. KJ Jefferson's a dog though.
That's it's so hard every year. Every year since KJ Jefferson has been there, especially last year when they had what's their receiver's name? Fuck, he was good as a bitch. The dude that went to the Titans. Traylon Burks. Whew, that was a fucking shootout.
No, you're talking about that was 2 years ago, I thought.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, he was woo had me scared. But I'm going Ole Miss. I'm going Ole Miss, man. Shout out to KJ Jefferson, though. Should have been a Rebel. But hey, man, you bright future ahead. Yeah, bright future ahead anyway.
Lane Kiffin has fucking 3 NFL quarterbacks just sitting in that room.
Just sitting there, bro. It's crazy. And we're gonna do something different, man. We're trying to switch it up.
It's Christian's turn.
Christian picked first.
Miss.
Oh shit.
He said first down. Oh, Miss.
Oh, I see what we did. My bad.
Yeah, and we're gonna do some shit that we don't do. We're gonna pick some teams, the little guys. Not really the little guys, just some people because we got fans And they like, man, why y'all never say nothing about my school? Y'all always talking about these big Power 5 schools. Why y'all never say nothing about our schools, man? So Chris hates your little schools. I'm gonna just let y'all know that off rip. But we're gonna say something about it anyway. So
Hold
Billy.
On. Let me draw one out of the hat.
All right, but
I had a couple randos for everybody. Nobody's ready for the stats. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do Louisiana Monroe versus South Alabama.
I'm going South Alabama, but shout out to Marcus Green, his old college, Louisiana Monroe. He was a dog in high school. He played in the league for a minute, but I think he's in Canadian football now. So shout out to your old school.
Hey, shout out.
I'm gonna go with Louisiana Monroe. Shout out to one of my best oldest friends, Bianca Tyson. Shout out to her out there. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Louisiana Monroe.
I'm gonna go with the Alabama of the South.
Okay. I'm taking here. I'm gonna go Louisiana Monroe. Josh Allen, not the Josh Allen that you guys know, played for Cedar Hill. He was on varsity the year before I got on there. Got drafted by the Cardinals. Didn't play. Did a lot of practice squad stuff for them. So shout out to Josh. I'm taking Louisiana Monroe.
He's still in the league now?
He's on Arizona's practice squad. He's been on Arizona's practice squad for like 6 years.
Okay.
Was living it up over there, I guess. That'd be cool.
Is that a nice check at least?
I mean,
it's the league minimum.
Yeah, I know it's better than my shit.
Probably not the minimum.
It's like 90. I think 90,000 is the practice squad minimum.
Damn, 90,000 to get your ass whooped on.
Whoop my ass. Tie me up.
I'm good.
That's a rough way to make a living.
Pull something else out the hat, man.
What's that?
Pull something else out the hat, man. That caught me off guard a little bit.
Good. All right. Got balls. Oh, some action. So Matt's going to be pretty excited about this one. We got to send him. We'll put his picks in later. Ball State versus Eastern Michigan. Christian, we'll go to you because it's in your state.
Eastern. Let's get it done, baby.
Okay. So, Christian. Chris, who you got?
You got a coin? Coin in here somewhere.
I don't think I have a coin up here, honestly. No.
All right.
Just pick a team, dude.
Not cool.
Like Eastern Michigan, I guess. Just because Michigan's a good school and they in Michigan. I don't even know what the fuck a Ball State is.
It's in Indiana.
Does anybody care?
You should, Chris. Pick a team.
They talked to me one time.
I said the Michigan school.
Tony,
got, Billy?
Oh, I'm taking Ball State because the head coach a couple years back asked me if I wanted to play in Indiana. I said, yeah, and then just never talked to me. But he still asked me a question, so shouts out to him.
I'm going Ball as well.
Ball State.
Big bet.
Yeah.
Hey, and I want to say
this is where they're trying to make up ground. That's what that is.
Coach, because he should have gave my man a spot.
No, he really shouldn't. He shouldn't have been talking to me. If we're being honest.
I mean, he's coaching for Ball State. He needs players.
No, because I actually wasn't doing bear crawls. I was at the trainer table when he talked to me, so that's probably a bad look.
I mean, you're a quarterback, so that's where y'all spend most of y'all time if y'all not throwing.
Quick story. Give me 15 seconds.
Go.
In the trainer's room before a game, the trainer's taping everybody. The guy was like, came over there. He wasn't going to play. And the trainer was running out of tape. He said, for the players that's going to play, come get taped. In other words, get the hell out of here.
Oh, no. What a fucking, number one, a gangster and disrespectful move.
That's right. Ew. And a few players walked out because they knew what it was.
Shit happens. Here we go. Best matchup of the week right here, fellas. Texas Tech versus Baylor. Very disappointed Baylor. Who you riding with, Christian?
Give me them Red Raiders.
Red Raiders.
Nah, bro, say it like you read us.
No. Y'all was tripping on that. I believe it to Matt.
Chris doesn't get it. No, that's okay.
Isn't Tech where Coach McGuire went?
Yes.
I gotta go with Tech then.
You know Coach McGuire too.
Damn, y'all love McGuire down there, don't y'all?
He was the head coach whenever I was watching the team.
School.
I would go up to the stadium every fucking week to watch the
Kristen,
team.
how you been on this show and not knowing why Billy had a close connection to this dude?
I never met him or played for him. I stopped playing after.
I'm talking about. I know you quit. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying because he wanted to pick them because McGuire was there.
Yeah, because that's Billy's old coach, Kristen.
Well, I mean, shit, I got a few coaches. I wouldn't give a fuck if they won a game in college. Fuck them.
Well, they probably wasn't winning state championships every fucking year you play for them either.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
But if that's the case, if they just look competent, Christian would have probably thought they was the best coach in the state anyway. So
hey, I ain't even going to entertain it. Hope you choke on that drink.
No, so Coach McGuire did win a state championship after I left. So I mean, you know,
how many did he win? Like 6?
3.
Oh, okay.
But you got to remember,
sure.
you got to remember, we're in the same division as Katy, South Lake, and Allen. And Allen had fucking. You got to remember Baker Mayfield, huh? Yeah, and then Murray, yeah.
Who went out? South Lake sound familiar. Somebody came out of like
Quinn Ewers.
That might be who I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre be telling me about all these schools.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog Dre out there in Houston. Dre was a real deal in football too.
I probably would have dominated those offensive lines, huh?
Nah.
I love
that team. It's a wrap.
You would have played fullback out there. You would have never been on the defensive line, Chris.
We did have Chris Robinson. Big shout out to Chris Robinson. I know he doesn't watch. But he was our shortest defensive lineman. He was 5'9". He was like 315, but he could bench like 615.
So what y'all doing with 5'6", maybe 7, 50?
Yeah, no, but he was going through.
Not the Chris that was short and real fucking wide.
Yeah,
bro, he was squatting 8 plates. I think it was either middle school or freshman year.
No, so that was freshman year because they didn't let him work out with us. He had to go to the high school to work out. They didn't let him work out at the freshman center.
Yeah, I was about to say fuck, man.
Before we get into Billy and Chris's high school, right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Coach McGuire because of Billy as well. Because Billy gets back in memory lane and Chris don't take him there. Christian, you played in the right state.
Because if I went down to Texas, it would have been worse.
So, real fast too, where me and Chris, where I played football at, is the the 39th biggest stadium in high school football. If they were in Mississippi, they would be the number 2. Is how much more we care about football in Texas. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I know y'all take that a little serious down there.
Yeah, Cedar Hill has
you lose
we
the game.
spend millions on stadiums in this motherfucker.
Hell no.
All right. Close it up for college football. Let's get into some big time NFL problems. Do we want to do let's Chris, you pick this one first. Do you want to do Kenny Pickett problems or do you want to do Cincinnati Bengals problems?
Probably the Bengals because that Kenny Pickett topic gonna lead into like 2 or 3 other topics we got on here.
Let's do the Bengals. Tonio, is it Joe Burrow? He's hurt?
Yeah, it's cut and dry. It's Joe Burrow's fault that the Bengals offense is stagnant, and it's his fault for wanting to win. I get it, but when you're injured, it's not college no more. Can't put some dirt on and just go out there because these dudes want to kill you on the other side. Like it's just
they getting paid millions to make you miserable.
Yeah, bro. And you're harming the team. Like Jamar said, you should have listened. Hey, I don't care about you being out. Sit out to week 5, 6. That's what Jamar literally said in the summer. Instead, you limp your ass out there week 1, and everybody can tell. Like, and I know how people say, well, everybody think they're a trainer. Everybody think they're a coach. But motherfucker, we know from this year to last year that you ain't playing like we done seen you be good before, motherfucker. Now you looking mediocre. We know something ain't right. You ain't just lose your there ain't no Space Jam football edition yet. We ain't seen that yet. Tom Brady didn't make that motherfucker before he got out the league. So that shit didn't happen. You're injured. Sit the fuck down. Who they backup is? Who's their backup?
Jake Browning.
Yes.
It's got to be somebody that can throw for at least a buck.
That's easy, bro. Hey, bro.
I hope so.
I'm just be real, bro. You got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, and there's one more receiver. Yeah, Tyler Boyd, bro. If you can get that bitch to me and can stand in there and take 2-3 licks without you getting up limping, hey, that's my guy. Sit him down, bro. No, you just paid me. You secure. Go get that. I don't feel like nobody else.
The opposite, where they just paid me. I need to be out here.
Yeah. Fuck that, bro. I think
that's what it might be too.
I don't care. I just paid you to secure my franchise for some years. Now, if I just paid you and you gonna be hurt and I just injured you, you damn as good and I just wasted money. Right. Fuck all that. Fuck all that, bro.
But I think
that's the argument against running backs, by the way, Antonio.
I mean,
thank you, Chris.
Hey, see, that's different. That's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. And you know it. It's different. Ain't nobody never been paid no running back to be the face of the franchise.
Yes, they have. Ezekiel Elliott got paid and then just
not to be the face of the franchise. They still paid that to be the face.
Adrian Peterson's the obvious one.
And he was the face of that Vikings franchise.
Yeah, he led them to like no playoff success.
Yeah, but he still was running the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Championship. Calm down, Chris.
And he was running the. He was beating his kids. He was beating his kids and running the fuck out that motherfucker. I don't want to hear that shit, Chris.
Oh, hold on. He wasn't beating his kids. He was just spanking them because they was acting up.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that. He was parenting. That's what that shit called. I bet his kids won't be bad. Bet his kids won't shoot up shit. Ain't nobody gonna never call it. Hey, your kid being no, they not. No, they not my kid. I know it. Like, ain't my kid acting up. I know it ain't. So I don't want to hear that, Chris. But getting back to where I'm at, fuck all that, bro. You hurt. Sit down. That's the only problem. You got your best friend. That's your best friend now. You know it's a problem when your best friend saying, I'm always fucking open. You know he's gonna get fined $50,000 for saying that. If he's saying that shit like that, is a problem, bro. Your best asset, number one receiver, top 5 receiver in the league, saying I'm always fucking open. He ain't lying. You know he ain't lying. That shit. Like, hey, double coverage don't matter. He top 5. So you throw it in this area, it's a 63% chance his hand getting on the ball. And if his hand get on the ball, he catching that motherfucker. That's just me, though. If somebody got a different argument, then I want to hear it. But if not, we can move on from this because it's Joe Burrow's fault 100%.
Well, I'll be a little different, not to be a Mr. Hot Take, but I do think Zach Taylor is probably coaching for his job if he can't kind of get this team doing something because Joe Burrow saved his fucking job. And I think Zach is like, I can't afford to fucking not have a job. I might be fucking Joe Burrow up for maybe 2-3 years, but at least I'll be able to hold this coaching job.
How, Billy? We still losing.
Yeah, but we're still losing. But now I can say, well, we pay Joe Burrow and he's not executing. Just kind of like, hold on. I'm not comparing Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow, but look at Stefanski where he was like, oh, Baker's all the way fucked up. Throw the ball 70 times. And look at this. Stefanski's still there. They got rid of fucking Baker. I'm just throwing it out there.
I get it. Anybody else got anything different?
Mine's pretty much the same. I just want to tweak it a little bit. I think Burrow is the problem because he's hurt. But then I also want to say, then if it's up to him, if he's playing or not, that's more of a problem because he's not the head coach. He shouldn't make that call.
Yeah, but if your GM tells your head coach, hey, you're playing him, what are you going to do?
Right. Now, that's where, why would you play your quarterback, risk him getting hurt? All that money's gone down the drain. If it's
just like a running back, kind of, right?
What'd you say?
Just like a running back would be told to do.
No. No.
I do want to push back just a tad bit on Billy's point. The Bengals are notoriously cheap. They're up there with the Chargers as like all-time cheap franchises. I seriously doubt Zach Taylor's coaching for his job. They let Marvin Lewis stick around for like 20 fucking years.
He was getting to the playoffs at least, Chris.
I like Marvin. I like Marvin.
Don't be rooting against black men out here. That's not what this show's about, Chris.
And I like the hit.
All right.
That's really it. I'm on the same board. I think Burrow should take a seat, but I kind of feel like, would you rather have 10% of Joe Burrow, who you know what he is at 100%, and like he can always just, in your mind, because you've seen him do it, he can just turn it on like that?
He
or
beat
would
the
you
Rams.
rather have the unknown backup? So, I mean,
I would
kind of see the pickle that they're in.
I would take the 2 losses if that's what it's going to be, to sit them down and get them back healthy. Because
I would have at the start of the season, but at this point, they're in the playoffs now. They got to win.
They waited too long to make a choice.
They're done. It's too late at this point.
Yeah. They should have made that call earlier, but now I feel like you said, it's too late. Too late.
Speaking of too late, Chandler Jones just got released from the Raiders this week, and Tonio, Tonio told him, I'll stroke his ego again because he needs it. But Tonio did tell us Chandler Jones is out of there, and he is now. Where does he go? Tonio, let's start with you.
Man, Matthew Jr. just told his picks was, man, send us Chandler Jones. We'll take whatever we get.
Bill ain't taking his acting out ass right now. It ain't no fucking way.
Hey, he was there before.
Bill wouldn't lock him out of the goddamn practice facility.
Hey, man, we'll take him.
I can see it happening like that, but I would be, with the shit that he's been up to these last couple of weeks, I'd be fucking shocked if Bill.
Bro, it's all.
He took an AB after all that shit. What are you talking about?
It's all an act.
He needed offensive help though. He don't need defensive help.
Man, our defense gonna have to get some. That shit, we gonna have to get some turnovers. We gonna have to play like your shitty ass team. Your offense still trash. You just got to get. Defense got to score all the points. Ain't that what you said in the chat? Hey, make me post these messages.
I do think Chandler Jones is going to go to a contender and just be like a third down pass rusher. Him playing all 4 downs.
Man, it's a lot of places he can go.
He
can go to Washington. They trying to get they want
to
get
rid of Chase. He gonna just be out there.
Not for contending, but they want to get rid of Chase Young for some picks or for a better player. You hear me, Christian? You know, now it's too late. He done fucked up what he can get by playing it. Now, when you play the crazy role to get out of somewhere, your role, where I want to go is kind of out the window. It's who will take me. Now, Washington take you for Chase Young because Chase Young. If I move Chase Young, because they already.
They don't need no rushers. You got Chase Young. You got both Allen Payne and Montez Sweat.
Yeah, but think about what you can get if you move off of Chase Young.
But why would you move?
I don't think they can get anything. He's in the last year of his deal anyway. He's not playing very well either.
That's what I'm saying. But he's still young. You can make that pitch. Like you trading for it. Like he's still gonna get some value. He'll get more
like
value.
A sign and trade kind of thing. Like, hey, we'll sign with the maybe.
Yeah. Like
I see more of a fit like a Dolphins.
Oh yeah, maybe
that's the team that I was thinking of.
Across from like Bradley Chubb.
Chris are agreeing on something.
Yeah, number one pass rusher just come in, here and there and just add pressure.
So let's go from
either way. Oh, go ahead, Billy.
I was just going to say, let's go from one faulty situation to another one. And this one, I love that it's a shitty situation for this particular team. Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada look god-awful. You got this fan base of the Steelers who, again, I respect because I understand where we're coming from. I love Mike Tomlin. But you got them saying, fire Canada, and their quarterback can't do shit. What do you want this guy to do when your quarterback sucks? What is it? What he's not calling the right play because his quarterback sucks. You're going to call the plays that I'm going to call a 2-yard pass because I know Kenny Pickett can complete it. I'm hoping George Pickens or Calvin. What's that?
Austin.
Calvin Austin, thank you. Sorry, John. I'm hoping Calvin Austin can give me something downfield, but Kenny Pickett fucking sucks. What do you want Matt Canada to do in this offense with Kenny fucking Pickett? And then they're like, oh, we were saying the same thing last year. Oh, with Mitch Trubisky, what do you want this guy to do with these quarterbacks?
I'll get out the way.
Doing shit. Christian, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, well, if you were finished.
Oh, I'm done.
I was just gonna say I didn't like Canada at LSU when he was play calling, so I never understood the hiring anyway. So I've never been on the train, and I'm not confused on the offense looking like it does because this is what I expect him to do.
Any hire Mike Tomlin makes is the right hire. Tony,
but how stagnant did we think LSU's offense was when Les Miles was there? All they do is run the ball, and that's what everybody was saying. Well, you ain't getting no shootout quarterback.
You got to understand, though, what LSU had just lost, though, from their offense. Burrow, Chase.
No. I'm talking about when Canada he was at LSU at like 16, 17.
Right before Les Miles left.
Yeah.
Right after Les Miles left.
Which my point was he never impressed me anyways.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, Christian. Me and Billy looked at this Kenny Pickett pick, and they was like, "Oh, just because he went to Pittsburgh, he was the perfect fit." That was a terrible fucking pick. I don't know.
Terrible.
I'm with Chris, and this dude didn't even come from one of them schools where the quarterbacks are spoiled and all that shit. I don't know. It's Mike Tomlin's fault, and it's his fault because he's too good to suck. So he ain't gonna never get like one of those high-end quarterbacks because he's always gonna be above 500. He always gonna win enough games, so he's never gonna get a top quarterback, bro. So
Tonio, let me ask you this. I love where you're going. What if Mike does finish, let's say, under 500 this year, has a top 15 pick? Let's say
Shador not coming out.
Go get Michael Penix.
If he does, they'll draft another defensive player.
Yeah. No, what's going to be funny with that Steelers draft is the quarterbacks, they're going to have a couple quarterbacks left, but the best defensive player in this draft is going to be on the board, and Pittsburgh can be like, I like him. I'm fucking take them.
Man, and I'm not mad at them because they defense be good as fuck. They defense be good. But then you got the dude, because one of my favorite people to watch on TikTok is the dude that be like, and Kenny Pickett drops back to throw a pass to the defense, and I'm just like, that's what he does. But every quarterback that they get, Mr. Trubisky last year or the year before last, to the defense. That's all you hear. And that's what they like hearing on the Steelers side. Like, but I don't. It's Mike Tomlin's fault to a fault, bro, because he's too good to go below 500. But man, Mike, if you're listening, because I know you're a fan of the show, hear me out, bro. Just think it up one time. You already top 5 coach in my book in NFL history.
And Pittsburgh don't fire nobody.
Yeah, and if they fire you, we got a class.
Really had to either. That's another thing. Like,
if they fire you, we got a class action suit ready to go against them. That's discrimination. You've been one of the best coaches since you've been in the league.
We got him. He's gonna be unemployed for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but we got Dr. Umar Johnson ready to go. We got all of them. Dr. Umar, Barack Obama, Michelle, all of them. Al Sharpton coming out. We got everybody ready. So if you get fired, we got them all. But here's my thing, bro. Just lose, bro, and get fucking Caleb. Let's see if Chris right or wrong. Let's see if he's gonna be sorry or not.
I would love Caleb Williams to go to that.
Let's not do that. I would
trade 2 first-round picks. Kenny Pickett. Hell, I might trade 3.
Hey, bro.
I heard the scenario.
Get back to. I can get back to. I'm in the playoffs, Mike Tomlin, not just winning season, Mike Tomlin. Like,
I like to see Mike in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. So, but it's definitely I don't give a fuck. I respect Christian's opinion, but he missed the mark with the Canada shit. What the fuck I supposed to do with Mitch Trubisky and fucking Kenny, I got the picks Pickett. Chris, I know you ain't go, but I'm pretty sure we on the same path, but we might not. So what you got?
I'm saving most of mine for the one that I really want to talk about, featuring all the shitty quarterbacks that people want to blame their shitty performance on other things except their shitty performance.
Well, let's get into it, man. So this was kind of funny, actually. So Zach Wilson and Justin Fields had two of the better. And this is all I've drank tonight. There's no alcohol. Real quick shout out to Canada Dry, one of our sponsors. Shout
out. This is not Canada Dry, but still shouts out.
So I'm not drunk when I'm saying this, but Zach Wilson, I repeat, Zach Wilson, and this name is not me drinking. I ain't did no drugs. I have not smoked anything. My eyes are not dilated when I say this name.
And if he has did drugs, what's it to you?
Yeah, if I have, but I haven't.
Well,
Justin Fields. Justin Fields. I repeat, I'm saying Justin Fields had two of the best performances in the NFL as quarterbacks, not as running backs, not as MILF hunters, as quarterbacks. Week 4. Chris, jump into it, man. Break it down for me. I'll let you go.
So the question is, are these guys
go ahead.
Are these guys actually good? Like that's the main question we're posing. Did we see something in these two starts? It's like the light bulb moment went off and they're good. So here's a stat line I want to give you.
Before you rant, Chris, I do have to say that I heard that Zach Wilson is the first quarterback, college and the NFL, to outduel Pat Mahomes. Is that what they said? Is that what they were saying?
Joe Burrow beats Patrick Mahomes all the time.
No. That's not what I said. Like, outstat him is what they said. It was something crazy that he did. I gotta look it up. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I'm
gonna Google it. But go ahead.
No, this wasn't the one that I'm ranting on. That's if we're going in order to the show notes, it's the next topic.
No, rant.
This one is just.
Tell you what, you rant. You go ahead.
No. This one's just easy. So, are these two for real? Is this performance showing they're great? Let me give you a stat line, and then I'm going to tell you who the player is. Ooh. 18 for 25, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. It's a pretty solid stat line, right?
That's Brock Purdy.
That was a stat line from a game from future Hall of Famer Jamarcus Russell, class of not fucking ever because he's still trash. Okay?
You think he's Hall of
Famer? The worst quarterbacks, no, class of not fucking ever. The worst quarterbacks in the league can have a good performance. What makes you a good quarterback is you stack this shit week after week, year after year. These two quarterbacks are still the bottom of the fucking barrel that you need to scrape out with a fucking shovel. They're garbage. Did y'all want to touch on this, or did you just want me to go on to the rest of these trash-ass quarterbacks?
So, hold on. I will say, so there was a point in the game, of the Bears game, where I wrote down Justin Fields, 6 for 6, 59 yards. I just wanted to throw that one in there, and I was like, damn, Justin Fields starting the game off, right? Now that's scratched out in my notes, right? Then I was like 7 for 7 for 92 yards. I was like, oh, damn, okay, that was a big throw. Scratch that out. He was 9 for 9 for 139 and 2 touchdowns. All right? I was like, damn, I'm about to give it to Chris in this show. Scratch that one out. I go 12 for 12, 185, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. And I'm like, Chris is getting it. I didn't want to text the group chat. I didn't want to do shit. I was going to ride this out just so I could have Chris eat some shit. Now, I was not ready for the Jamarcus Russell stat to be thrown in my face, but
hey, so real quick, Chris, I found what I was saying. Yeah, that's what was said. In 9 years, Pat Mahomes, in his college and NFL career, has never been outplayed by a quarterback, meaning no quarterback's ever had more completions, more passing yards, more touchdowns, and fewer interceptions, but
Until
Zach Wilson did. Yeah. That's what I was going off of when I said he outplayed him.
I just want to say this about the Jets game.
I wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me finish.
Sorry, sir.
Zach, my fault. Pat Mahomes, 18 for 30, 203 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Zach Wilson, a whopping 28 of 39 for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's crazy. Yeah. Not impressive, but he outplayed him.
He did?
So, yeah, that's never happened. Now, my fault, Christian. Go ahead.
I just was going to say, I hate when you got players we see he's trying. I think his thing is his confidence is shot. He got a little bit of that confidence and balled the fuck out in that third quarter. And I caught myself rooting for him. I was excited, like it was my son I was playing. I'm like, hell yeah. Even though I didn't want the Jets to win, I caught myself rooting for him because I just don't like when people shit on people when come on, they're trying. He stopped the cocky shit. He went under Aaron Rodgers' wing. He's trying. He ain't got no confidence. The man trying to get better. Give him some love and understand why he's going through what he's going through.
I'll absolutely give Zach Wilson some love. There's some questionable calls. We have said, no shit, Chris. That's why we're not talking to you right now. But give Zach Wilson a little bit of his flowers. There was a questionable call on Sauce Gardner, which was kind of, but we are not ref bashers. It was just a bad call, and we're moving on. The Jets had other opportunities to win that game other than that one fucking play. So it was a bad call. We're moving on. Zach Wilson played really well. But I'm going to go back to the Justin Fields thing because I remember note by note. I'm telling y'all, I'm scratching this shit out as I'm like, oh shit, hold on, I got more shit to say. Then the fourth quarter happened for Justin Fields, and then he kind of showed us back to who he really was. And that's 5 for 11 and an interception, lost the game. Now, can you say that offensive coordinator is coming back and it was his fault? But why was it not offensive coordinator credit for Justin Fields' throws when he was doing the right thing? And now that's where Chris was talking. We're going to blame someone else for this dog shit play, but they get all the credit when they're playing well. Whereas Patrick Mahomes plays like shit. It's just a bad game. We're moving on. We're not about to say anything bad about Patrick Mahomes or an Andy Reid.
All right.
Unless you're me, and then I'm just going to get crushed on regular social media anyway.
Fuck all that. You know how I feel about the Mahomes. Fuck all of them.
All of them.
Fuck all
Randy
of them.
Jackson.
And we never bring up the game for Pat Mahomes. We never gonna bring up that Pat Mahomes got totally obliterated in a Super Bowl. Like, obliterated. Nobody ever
of them though. He already has 2 rings.
I don't give a fuck. That one matters. Just like people like to bring up, well, Cam got to the Super Bowl, but they beat the dog shit out of him. Well, Pat got to 3, but one of them, he looked like he didn't know what
he was
the fuck
having to make
on.
throws while he was doing Superman.
See, there you go. Look at him. But I don't give a fuck. You got there. That's what they said about Cam. You got there. What you were doing to get there? Do that same shit.
Oh no, I remember though. No, hold on.
Chris, you itching to say some shit to save his life.
Yeah. Well, Cam is black. That's the reason Chris is gonna hit. Yeah. But
Patrick Mahomes is half black. What you talking about?
Nope. So ever since Tonio said he's not black, I'm riding with Tonio.
What the fuck?
How do y'all be picking which mixed boys y'all be claiming?
That man, half white, half Kermit the Frog. He ain't no.
If he have Kermit, I want to be half that too. Hell.
With a little cane.
Wow. Hell, he pretty good at football.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes does sound
he pretty good at football, but that don't mean you gonna be him. You just gonna end up being just like his weak ass brother. So yeah, go ahead.
Give me his house. I'm cool with that.
Nah, you gonna give you his jail time like his weird ass brother.
No, I'm talking about him.
You just want to be a Mahomes now. You're gonna be TikToking on Sean Taylor's memorial, weirdo.
Hey, he probably get paid for the shit. Wait, he did
Chris,
what with
Jen, we're not finna. No, we're not about to disrespect Sean Taylor on this show.
Wait, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why?
Yes, he was.
Y'all ready for me to go into my rant?
Yeah, go
Chris,
ahead.
go with your rant, man. Jesus
I've been
Christ, you've
waiting on
itching
this
the whole
shit
time.
all fucking week, boy. So we're seeing this epidemic of where we have bad quarterback play, and we want to blame it on everything around the quarterback, be it coaches, be it players, be it whatever. Here's my issue with that. You got Justin Fields a couple of weeks ago blaming his coaching for why he can't perform. You got fans blaming Matt Canada over Kenny Pickett.
Hold on. I know
you're on, Billy.
Hold on.
Hey, Billy. They're gonna fucking hold on shit, man. Let him go on his fucking rant, man.
Because he's wrong.
Hey,
Fields literally the next day was like, "That's not what I was trying to say. I fucked up." Blah blah blah. He took accountability for it.
I'm sure he did after he got his ass chewed in a fucking meeting.
Go ahead. I promise you won't be interrupted again, Matt.
That's where's Matt, motherfucker.
Hold on.
I haven't been drinking.
Hold on. Yeah, I know. I'm going. It's a play on the name, Billy. Let's just stop.
Then you got Zach Wilson as well, with people saying it's he don't have receivers, or he got a defensive coach, or he needs more time to develop, or Christian saying he needs some confidence. You got Daniel Jones, people saying last year, oh, Dayball came in, he can do it now, and now this year he don't have an O-line. He didn't have a fucking O-line last year. He's still Daniel fucking Jones. Here's the thing. We want to blame everything except bad quarterback play, and then for some reason we want to give coaches credit when a player performs just a cunt hair better, and I'm talking a blonde one that you can't even see. I'll give you an example. Matt Ryan in 2016, his MVP year, 4,944 yards, 38 touchdowns. Everybody wants to blow Kyle Shanahan as this great offensive quarterback guru. Matt Ryan, 2 years later under Steve Sarkisian, threw for 4,924 yards and 35 touchdowns. Why are we not blowing Steve Sarkisian? Why is he coaching college now instead of offensive football?
Alabama people were blowing him. I got my roommate.
Don't interrupt. Let him go on his rant.
He's not in the league, though. And prior to Shanahan's arrival, Dirk Cutter coached Matt Ryan to 4,719 yards and 32 touchdowns. It's not the coach's fault a player is good. It's not the coach's fault a player is bad. If we want to go that route, did Tom Brady make Bill Belichick? Because what the fuck has he done without Tom Brady? He's finna get fired. If we want to say, oh, it's not Bill Belichick, it's Tonio's boy, the offensive coordinator he had for years. What did McDaniels do when he went to Denver?
Well, he
not a fuck ass thing.
Started off 6-0. If he had Tim Tebow, he would have also won a playoff game like Tim Tebow did.
Well, being
wait. Hey, Chris, hold on, Chris. You're making it real hard not to respond to your rant. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna say nothing else. Christian, don't say nothing else.
So then McDaniels comes back to New England, and he looks like the fucking guy again. Shocker, he has Brady. What's the common denominator here? A good quarterback. McDaniels leaves and goes to Vegas. What the fuck's he done in Vegas? Fans are wanting him fired already. Why? Because he's got Garoppolo and whoever the fuck else, Carr, whatever other quarterback he's going to have when Garoppolo gets injured and goes down for the year again. Like, it's just, a coach doesn't make a player. Andy Reid's not going to make Zach Wilson into Patrick Mahomes. Zach Wilson is going to be Zach Wilson. It doesn't make a fuck who's coaching him. Go ahead. All
right. So time out. I got 17 things, right? So first of all, that Brady, being a fan, because like I said, but I was there with Drew Bledsoe. I was there. I like the Patriots when we lost to the Packers in the Super Bowl when Brett got his only one, right? So when I seen Drew Bledsoe, yeah, I mean, he still could have took us to the Super Bowl. We was good, but Brady came in. He was gonna be the man, but that defense is what carried us a lot. I ain't gonna lie like that. I ain't gonna tell you
the first three rings, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you.
That's why I didn't go back to Charlie Weiss. I went straight to McDaniels, who everybody thinks is a great offensive mind.
He is a great offensive mind, but you can't blame shit that's going on in Las Vegas on nobody. Not quarterback play, nothing. John Gruden was allowed to go in there and fuck that organization up.
Mike Mayock with his draft picks.
Yeah, but if John Gruden was allowed to stay there, the Raiders would be good as fuck. Because he fucked it up for him. I've been telling Billy this. I was like, bro, John Gruden is doing all this crazy wild shit, but it'll only work under Gruden. It won't work under anybody. How long I've been saying this, Billy? I've been saying this for years, bro. Like that shit would have worked for him. I said it when he got rid of fucking Khalil Mack. When he got rid of Khalil Mack, I was like, either bro lost his fucking mind or he got something in it. So nobody was gonna go in there unless they wiped the whole slate clean. So that's not on Josh McDaniels. But some people not meant to be a fucking head coach at the same time, Chris. Like that's a lot. Josh McDaniels not meant to be a head coach, so he should be fired.
If he had Tom Brady with him in Oakland, he would be a great head coach. That's my point.
I mean, he still wouldn't. I still think the Raiders still wouldn't be good. Like they'll make it to the playoffs and lose just like we was in New England.
Chris, calling the plays and being the head coach of a whole team are two different things.
Absolutely.
Also, and going back to your quarterback shit with Andy Reid, you said, and I remember it because you were saying, you was like, Andy Reid turned Michael Vick into a way better passer. You said that.
Yeah.
You said that. I remember you saying that, Chris. Now, you said coaches, and I want to quote one of everybody's favorite coaches, maybe not Drew. Mike Tomlin said, coaches coach players up, even at this level. So maybe coaches.
Your talent is your talent, though, is my point. There's only so much coaching you can do.
That's why I got a question. I just got one question for Chris. How many Super Bowls did Tom Brady win without a top 12 defense? Can you answer me that?
Off the top of my head, no.
0. Not one time. Every time Tom Brady lost a Super Bowl, the Patriots were 14th. That first time they played New England, or that first time they played the Giants, they were 14th. The second time they played the Giants, they were 18th. When the Bucs lost to the Chiefs, the Bucs were the number 17th defense. Tom Brady, you need a team to win, regardless of your quarterback play or not, unless you are Patrick Mahomes, who is the outlier of having a good defense and winning a Super Bowl. Every other winning quarterback of a Super Bowl has had a top 12 defense in the last 31 years. You cannot win a Super Bowl without a top defensive team. You can talk to me about talent and all this other stuff, but being the head coach, you need to make sure your defense on the other side is doing well.
I'm talking specifically about quarterback play and coaching of that quarterback play. I'm not even necessarily talking about I'm talking about like, we talked, I think it was 2 weeks ago, if we swap Justin Fields and Patrick Mahomes, what's the success level going to look like at both teams? Andy Reid can't coach Justin Fields up to look anything
we don't know that.
And Patrick Mahomes would have 0 Super Bowls. He would have 0. Wouldn't have even made it to.
I believe he'll play better.
And we don't know that, Chris, because then you coming into that, because you said just swap them. So now I still got Travis Kelce. I still got the Tyreek Hills. I still got the offensive line. I'm going back to that same situation. I'm going back to that same situation you just said he came from. I'm comfortable as fuck again. I'm back at Ohio State now with Andy Reid. Like I'm going right back to. Oh, I got a good offensive line.
Look at Trevor Lawrence. Look at what he had to deal with his first year, and then a real head coach comes in and look at Trevor Lawrence that year.
These the numbers for your ass.
They've also got Evan Ingram and Calvin Ridley this year.
So they had Evan Ingram with fucking Urban.
Not Ridley, but they had Ingram.
So fuck. All right, fuck Justin Fields. Because that's questionable. Fuck Kenny Pickett. Let's go to Daniel Jones. Give Daniel Jones, because that offensive line has been trash in New York since the last 5 years of Eli's career. So I don't know any quarterback that could go to New York and be like, yeah, I'm gonna make a shake here. So how do we know? How do we know?
Joe Burrow and Andrew Luck both made deep playoff runs with absolutely horrible offensive lines.
Yeah, but think about this though, Chris. They made deep playoff runs, but what kept Joe Burrow from winning the Super Bowl? Offensive line play. He's one play away from winning the Super Bowl. So making the playoff run and winning that bitch is one tackle away. So I don't care if you make the run. The goal is to win that shit. So
but
I still need
to play behind that Giants line.
I get it, but who can
Burrow's played behind a trash line and looked great.
Yeah, but not as trash as that Giants line. I literally seen a tweet that said, fuck. And as soon as he snapped the ball, the center and the guard looked at each other, and the defensive lineman was like, "Oh, gangbang, Eiffel Tower," and just was like, "Yep, finna knock the fuck out of him." The ends was like, "Oh, gangbang," and they even sent a blitz. It was just a basic 4-man rush, and I'm just like,
let me ask y'all this,
Christian. You're gonna wrap it up here, and we gotta move on to the pickems.
Who thinks if Brock Purdy, I think I said it before, goes to Chicago and he looks as good as he does now?
No,
nobody.
And I love Brock Purdy.
So what's the difference? What's around him in his coaching staff?
He's still gonna look good though because he's a solid talent.
What talent's around him? Does he elevate anybody in San Fran, or do they elevate him? If he goes to Chicago, are they going to elevate him, or does he elevate them? Neither one. You put Justin Fields in San Fran, I'm pretty sure they'll still make the playoffs.
That roster is so good. It's so
right. Good. And what everybody,
the Jets roster is really fucking good, and they got Zach Wilson at quarterback.
They have no O-line. They have nobody to catch the ball outside of Garrett Wilson.
All right. Let's get to the pickems, man. We got to wrap this show up. Chris, let's fucking put a book note in that rant, though, because I'm sure we're going to see something bad.
Chris, in the notes, we got to get some numbers to these quarterbacks, to these coaches too, though. And I want to talk about this like more than the games next week, because the games I want to talk primetime games next week, NFL, but then I want to break this shit down because quarterbacks have been less elite coming out. So I want to talk about that and see, is it the coaching? Because Mike Tomlin did have a quote about coaching. Like a lot of coaches talk about, I don't want him. I want somebody already good. Well, and he was like, well, what the fuck are you a coach for? And I want to know. Like, so yeah. But Ben, let's get to these picks.
All right, let's wrap it up pretty quick. All right. Chicago, Washington. This is gonna be my TikTok game. I'm going with the Commanders here.
Fuck, now I'm questioning my pick. I'll never pick Justin Fields to win a game as long as he's in the league because he's a pile of shit. Give me Washington.
Christian.
I'm taking the pile of shit. Now give me Commanders.
You gotta be careful, man. I'm writing it down. I need to.
I know you're a fast writer like that.
I write it every week.
No, I'm saying you wrote that fast. All right.
Come on. Commanders. Tonyo. Riding Commanders. Got it. Jacksonville at Buffalo.
Tony. Man, it's a London game, though.
Jacksonville's already out there. They've been out there a week.
Yeah.
This is hard for me because after you, and I know we wrapping it up, but after you ride a high of quieting down that motherfucking team that's been talking the loudest and you beat the shit out of them, man. I'm going to go with Buffalo, man. I'm going to go with Buffalo. They just beat the fuck out the track team, the 4x1 relay team.
Chris.
I'm going to go Jaguars, mainly because they've already been in London, as Christian alluded to. They're going to have, 3 weeks there damn near by the time the game starts. And I think Buffalo is going to come down a little bit. I think they might have been looking past Jacksonville, or they might be living on the high of beating Miami like that. So I think this is going to be a come-down game for them.
Christian.
Buffalo. I just think they're riding high off that win, and they just going to keep it rolling and start stacking wins.
Billy got to go with me because he knows Josh Allen gets streaky, and he wins in streaks, but then he loses in streaks.
No, so Tonio, that's why I'm going Jacksonville, only because Josh Allen played amazing against the Commanders. Then he played really well against the Dolphins, and here's the end of the streak. Jacksonville been sitting over there. Dallas and San Francisco. Let's go to the Dallas fan. Chris, you got to take boys?
No way.
I don't know why y'all looking at me funny like that. We beat the Jets, we beat the Giants, and we beat the Patriots. The Jets and Giants are going to be vying for a top 5 pick, and the Patriots ain't going to be much farther away.
Hey, don't disrespect me like that.
Christian.
I'm going 49ers.
Tonio?
I hope the 49ers put a 71 on them.
I hate clean sweeps here, and this is going to be the fucking. We told y'all the Cowboys were basic. I'm going Big Cock Brock and the San Francisco 49ers. Another awful fucking game. Green Bay and Las Vegas. I might make a TikTok for this one too. Tonio.
It's one of the ones where I want to be neutral again because I don't fucking know. Go to somebody else.
Christian, yeah.
You're going to take Jordan Love and the Packers. That's easy. Are you picking against your boy?
I got the Packers. I think that's where you going. Aiden O'Connell, he ain't getting it done. Him or Jordan Love? Yeah, I'm going to take Jordan.
Yeah, I got Packers in that one.
Show some love to him. I like it.
Tonio.
I gotta go with fake Jordans. The Packers, bro. Flea market Jordan Love.
Give me the Raiders for this game. That's who I'm taking. I gotta have a comeback somehow.
And how do you say Raiders?
Raiders. All right.
Okay.
New Orleans. The NO versus the NE. Tonio, take it away.
Hey man, they don't got a quarterback. We don't got a quarterback. Battle of the defenses and the running game. I think Alvin Kamara ain't got 1,000 yards ever. We got backs that have eclipsed 1,000 yards. I'm going with the Patriots, baby.
Chris.
I got the Patriots in it too. I haven't been able to get a sure diagnosis on Carr. And if Jameis is going to be starting that game, Belichick going to bait him into 30 picks.
Hell of a pregame speech from him. He going to get him hyped up.
Bingo.
Yeah, they're going to be eating INTs that game, though. Ain't going to be no dubs to go around.
Patriots.
Go ahead and pick against me, Billy.
I am. I'm taking the Saints. Give me, Jameis is eating that W this week. I think this game is going to be
Billy dead last.
By the way.
Who's
I'm dead last, but I have to I got to come out of it, Chris. I'm not about to just pick the same goddamn teams everybody is. That's not how you come back.
You got like 12 weeks, Billy.
Chris, it's a slow process. Don't worry about it. All right. Real fast. Our MLB World Series.
No, Billy, we got 3 more teams.
What other games do we got?
Steelers.
You had down the Steelers, Ravens.
Oh shit!
Titans, Rams.
Yeah.
Or Pittsburgh. Okay.
Did you not want to pick for your team?
No, I will. I just didn't.
You gotta do that MLB later, but
all right. So Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. I'm going Ravens.
I'm going Ravens.
Ravens.
Baltimore as well.
Fuck.
Another clean sweep.
Who's the other game?
Titans, Colts.
Tennessee.
I did see Jonathan Taylor's back at practice, by the way.
That doesn't mean shit. He ain't played in 4 fucking weeks. He ain't game shape.
Yep, going Titans. Derrick Henry ran for a touchdown, threw for a touchdown, caught a touchdown. Going Titans.
Tennessee also.
Indy.
We know I hate black quarterbacks on this show, so we're going with the white Tannehill Titans.
Respect. Way to keep it up. What's the other game?
Last one, Eagles, Rams. I'm going the guy who's accounted for the most the highest percentage of touchdowns in Chris's conference over there, Jalen Hurts.
Is Matt pulled out or is he playing?
No, he's playing. He just has to send me his picks.
This is where I'm going to make up for the pick that I just made. I'm going to go with the guy where if you take his running ability away, he's trash. Give me the Eagles.
Yes, sir. Give me the Rams.
All right, and I'm also taking the Eagles. All right, man, what a show, man. Chris had his own rant. That was great. Maybe we'll get into a little less matchups, a little more ranty on the next show. So that's going to be pretty exciting for you guys. Tony, how you feel about the show?
Hey, man, it's always a good time. Always a good time. Chris, I like debunking some of your rants. I want to get into it a little bit more. That was kind of fun for me. And you had some valid points. I want to get into that a lot more, actually. I really wanted to hear you and Christian do what y'all do. in the group chat. But yeah, but miss my dog Matt, bro. He'll be back, man. Y'all here saving the world, making sure y'all get protected and shit like that. Christian,
or making it worse,
bro. They got that down at the CVS. I don't need protection from him.
Christian, how you feel about it?
I like the show. Again, I wanted to dive into more of what Chris had. Shout out to Matt. Hope them dogs go down this week to Kentucky. Other than that, that's all I got. Oh, it was a packed show. I like that.
Packed. We're still working the merch thing. That's something me and Tony need to work out. Been kind of doing a little shopping here and there. We'll do our World Series picks next week, so get ready for that. Pretty much just giving the non-baseball watchers a heads up so they know at least a little something before we can get into what's actually going on. But we really appreciate you guys for being on. Thanks.